Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. As always, we have our 3 piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can book that in the description box also. That being said, I will leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the beautiful amethyst point, then this will be your reading. So amethyst is the stone of the third eye. It is the psychic stone, the stone for energy healers, intuitives, channels, guides, mystics, all alike. So a lot of you connecting to this reading may have very strong intuition, or it might be something that's sort of really taking off at the moment, something you're feeling very intuitively guided to in your life, really like getting lots of messages, and they may be conflicting sometimes with what you sense, what you feel and what you're thinking. But anyway, we'll jump into your reading, group 1. And some of the energies I can see here, we've got a lot of fire sign energy with strong Leo, Sagittarius vibes. We've got Pisces here as well as Capricorn. Those might be important signs to you, someone you're dealing with. Doesn't matter too much. My voice is a little soft at the moment because it's like I sort of started to come down with something, but it's not happening, you know? Like that happens to me a bit. I'm grateful for a good immune system. Like something will try and get in there and it's like, no, out you go. So it never really usually takes hold. Knocking on wood. Right. So let's jump into the past energy for our beautiful group 1s. We have the 5 of Cups first of all. So this is a card of grief and sadness, and she's on the beach. We've got a beautiful banquet here, so it's like something you've prepared for, or something that you perhaps wanted has not come to pass, or it's not turned out how you'd like it to. There's been a loss. We have the 8 of Wands and then the 5 of Swords as well, all in this energy. So there's definitely been a lot of chaos after this incident, something that may have happened that sort of stirred you up a little bit. It could be external chaos, it can be internal chaos. There's also this feeling here where like it doesn't quite make sense for some of you. I'm feeling when I'm holding this, like you can't make sense of why someone would lie to you like that, or why it would unfold in this way. I do feel like, yes, somebody maybe pulled the wool over your eyes in a situation, or like was just playing games or being misleading and you really didn't maybe see that coming. That's definitely a message for someone there. There's a lot of change. I keep hearing change and chaos, so maybe it is chaotic change, but there is a lot of change in the past here for you. Something that maybe you had to grieve and let go of, and it caused a lot of different things to open up for you. I think like something also like that you've had to let go of has got you thinking about past patterns or your childhood, and that's sort of making you think about what energy you want to harness at the moment, where you need to heal, what you need to let go of. There's also something that like maybe messed with your mind a little bit in this energy too. This tornado is quite chaotic, and then the 5 of Swords makes me feel like there's been a bit of like mental manipulation or something really messing with the way you're seeing things. I actually feel when I look at this as well, you've like gone through the stages of grief with something where like you're actually coming up on top now anyway, so it's all good. Like that's kind of what I get when I look at this. I almost feel like these 3 people could almost be you and not other people, though maybe other people, but it's like 1 minute your head is in your hands and you're weeping, and then the next minute you're like, oh man, I've really got to face this shadow, this wound, whatever this is that's being triggered right now. And then you've started to get the answers. You've started to see that I think I know what this is about, or I know what this is connected to, or I know how to not repeat this pattern again. There's very interesting energy here. There's a lot of like self-reflection and personal empowerment in amongst this chaos, sadness and change. In your current energy, you have the Page of Swords. Some of you may be students, but I feel like, especially because this sword is pointing to a card above that says change your tune, Moonlight Serenade. Music might be very important to you right now. It could be very much to do with your tune of music, but the type of music you're listening to, maybe there's some music out there that'll come to you that's going to give you those answers, maybe in the frequency or the lyrics. I just saw 444 when I looked up then. But with the Change Your Tune, it is a card, the Page of Swords with Change Your Tune, it's a card of like shifting up maybe your routine or where you're putting your focus and your energy. Some of you may be students. We've got the books here in the school bag, so some of you may be needing to focus on your studies right now. Or there's also something here about like you needing to learn all you can for your craft because you're investing in some sort of project or plan for yourself. There could be some sacred offering you have for the world that you need to really invest in, and it's not going to happen unless you put in your work. And get all the information you need to study, to learn, to get confident in your craft. And when next we have the Three of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and then the Two of Pentacles. So the rest of this week is like, it's a bit of a slow week potentially, but it's a good productive slow week. It's a week, yeah. I'm like, did I say that right? No, I did. Why did I think I didn't? Anyway. Maybe there's a bit of self-doubt that goes on with your craft or what you're learning or what you're applying yourself to at the moment. But these cards are definitely cards where you're not seeing results this week, but you're just putting your head down, bum up, getting the stuff done, focusing. There's probably a little bit much on your plate right now to be taking on anything new. And so be conscious of things that come along that could tip the scales a bit too heavy in one direction. You are needing to learn to use your no this week a little bit with yourself and others. You've definitely got to focus this week and wait and see. There's an incident that's yet to unfold, so you need to wait and see how that unfolds. And until then, just keep doing the right thing. Keep doing your magical life. I'm hearing like there's no reason. There's not no reason. Double negative. Why I didn't choose the. What is it now? Sorry. The Everyday Witch Tarot. I really do feel like people connecting to this reading, especially with the amethyst as well. You may call yourself a witch, a mystic, a seer, any of those labels that go along in that realm. I feel like the people connecting to this are quite magical. You lead a magical life. The things that you do, you put your intention and your love into, or at least you try to. And yeah, I feel like there's something about like just appreciating your little blessings that are all around you right now and being very, just like there's something about this image that does show gratitude for me. She's got her book, her wine, a little pussycat in the garden. There's careful planning here with the twine between the trees to make sure everything's like held up with the right distance apart. Everything's like organized and planned for and accounted for and thought of ahead of time. And she's picking some beautiful grapes. So there's a lot you already have. You already do have a lot, and just be careful of not taking off more than you can chew right now. It is worth really remembering this week to not overload yourself, but to just slowly move through your days with lots of intention and devotion for what it is you're learning or trying to achieve. Because, yeah, these are all cards that show there's a bit of a way to go yet for you. You're on a journey. There's still more to do. There's more work to do, but just be careful you don't get knocked. So I've only got 2 cards here in this area. This is the challenge. This is what will help with the challenge. The challenge is the Knight of Wands. This can be another person you deal with. The Knight of Wands, it can also be your own energy of being impulsive, being sort of overly driven towards something that is you're maybe very passionate towards, but it could result in you forgetting other things that are important right now or leading you off track a little bit. It can also be another person who sort of fluctuates with their energy. They may be really extreme at times and then sort of distant. You can't hear from them anymore. Everyone will be a little different how they connect to this energy, but the Knight of Wands is a very young energy, right? And he's also off battling a dragon, so you might be preparing for some sort of battle for some of you here. And sort of wondering, is it even worth my time? Do I even engage in this? the Two of Swords here. Like when I looked at these two, I see two different people going in two different directions as well. Like maybe you still have to deal with this person, but you don't know how it's all going to turn out at all by any means. Like there's a real uncertainty around them and what's going to go on with that person, but you are just needing to still stay focused on what's in front of you. This, I'm not calling this a positive or a negative person. Everyone will be a little different, and maybe it's just where they're at right now, or what's going on between you both, where you're both at as individuals, if this is about another person. But yeah, you are really needing to just trust in how you feel about things and not overthink things too much. Just go with the flow as much as possible this week. We have got a fresh beginning happening for you. Bottom deck energy is the Ace of Pentacles. So this can be a new beginning in any area, really. Like Pentacles are the physical realm, so it can be like new relationships, a new job, a new project, a new spark of life. That's something that you're like motivates you and drives you. We have the Nine of Pentacles underneath that, so there's a lot of prosperity on this path ahead, but it's also a path that sort of, I'm hearing, initiates independence, but it could also be something that, like, even if it is a new beginning that involves other people, you still get to maintain your independence, and it brings a lot of blessings and abundance. There's a lot of abundance in this reading. You are an abundant person. We have the Fool here as well, taking a leap of faith in a new direction that will lead to abundance again. So there's definitely really good things on the horizon here. And look, you walk away from a more toxic situation, or like this need for external validation or status in some area, or whatever it might be with this Devil. It could be an addiction that's held you back. Is that the Ten of Wands underneath? It's there somewhere. There it is, Ten of Wands. Oh, and the King of Swords. Whew. This is an energy I feel like you'd be glad to remove yourself from. You may still have to deal with these people, especially if it's like your family or someone you have children with. Who knows what it might be for you. But some of you, I feel like it's like you're leaving an old job behind and you're going towards something that's going to make you so happy and just feel really good about what you do. But also give you a bit more time for yourself, or time for the things that are important to you. There's like a lot of really good changes there. So, all right. In the area of what you don't see coming, we have Temperance. What you don't see coming is the chance to take a bit of a break and have more balance and moderation in your day or week, or the way you give and receive energy. It's like a lot more balanced here. I love this card to represent Temperance because it's got so many options of like a carrot versus the cupcakes, screen time but nature's on the screen, a book, we've got a martini, we've got lemon water. And with the cupcake down on the ground here, it's like you're being maybe guided to sort of ease up a little bit maybe on the sweets. That could be a message for some of you, to like have a bit more, bring a bit more healthy things into your routine. Don't obviously cut yourself off completely from a sweet treat, which is interesting because you've actually got the card Sweet Treat in your personal care oracle. And what I felt was this being about a moderation as well. And then this came out afterwards and I was like, okay, that's kind of perfect, isn't it? And I feel with this sweet treat message, for some of you, it's that you go too hard and you never allow yourself a sweet treat, and to know that you can actually do that in moderation. It is safe and okay without feeling guilty. For a lot of you, though, I do feel that this is about being mindful with the sweet treats, and what would be most caring for you right now is to maybe back off of the sugar a little bit, or have it in moderation. So no surprise that that card's there. We also got Strength. Maybe it requires courage and strength to be able to do that. But what you don't see coming here with the rest of the cards, I'll pull them all up. We have all this fire sign energy with the Leo and Leo, Aries, Sag. With the Queen of Wands, we have the Six of Swords as well. So I'm seeing here you're overcoming something, and it may not be easy to overcome, but you've got everything it takes. Like in spades, I'm hearing like you've got it all. You've got the wisdom, you've got the inner courage, you've got this like divine inner knowing that leads you to the right thing versus the wrong thing. what's right for you in this moment, or like for what you're trying to achieve. There's a lot of personal empowerment and leadership in this energy here, and you're also letting yourself like find a lot more inner peace. You're moving away from chaotic energy and you're feeling a lot more calm, but it's you that's doing this. Like, it's not going to happen for you. You already know that. It's something that you're implementing, something that you're grabbing control over and making sure. I think the way you handle things is quite like, I'm just getting like really poised, grounded and regal almost. So there's probably a lot of Leo energy there. A lot of self-love is wrapped up in amongst this, and like really just like I'm getting Virgo energy now as well. Like there's a lot of careful planning and thinking very carefully about the repercussions of actions, or even in the most little way. Like you know what you want, you can see it clearly. There was something else here as well. It slipped away. There's like this full moon and there's autumn leaves are falling here. So there's definitely something that you see differently now, and it helps you let go of, maybe it's the past way of dealing with it or it entirely. You are allowing yourself to just have an easier way of things, a lot more peace. You're just not plugging in. It's almost like, yeah, what you don't see coming. Look at this. He's like coming up to, approach this dragon, however you see fit there. Is he coming to attack the dragon or what? But here there's this card of mastering that dragon. So what you don't see coming is this ability to overcome your own, what's the word? Impulses maybe, or whatever that dragon is representing for you. You seem to master it and do just fine. You turn the table in your favor, or yeah. In the outcome, we have the High Priestess with the Four of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Three of Swords did fall out as well. So there's definitely this healing from heartbreak in this situation. There is this energy of betrayal, but it sits underneath the Four of Swords. So I feel like you've been recovering from something maybe for some time. First card was the Five of Cups, so we do have this sadness there. But you are recovering from something, picking yourself up. I'm hearing that, pick myself up and dust myself off. But it's a song though. I don't know, it's an older song. So again, with the High Priestess, the intuitive messages, the strong intuition within this group, you've definitely got that inner knowing. For some of you, you may get a reading, or that a reading is what helps you. Maybe it's this reading is all you needed to give you that confirmation, or another reading. I feel like mentioning my favorite reader, and I have before, Jess Puckett, the Chaos Witch. Her readings are so helpful. I just love them so much. I'm a Patreon member of hers because she's just brilliant. But you may feel drawn to her, or maybe it's other readers as well. There is this intuitive nudge happening here though, where you are called to do a bit of decluttering, a bit of clearing out the old, letting go of the old things that remind you of that person or the past, giving yourself a bit of a fresh makeover. Maybe it's in the home, maybe it's just in the mind space and the body. I think a lot of it comes through this, like, bringing balance and moderation back in. Like, this is not something you just got to click and do all these things suddenly. It's like you're slowly rolling into this change that's a bit more lighter, a bit more liberating, and it makes things flow a lot better for you. And you've got this fresh journey here with the Knight of Pentacles, but there's no real rush. None of this energy here in this whole reading is rushed at all. All of it is nice and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. You know, this is a bit of a becoming energy. It's also a healing and a clearing energy. There's also, like, there's a lot of learning about esoteric knowledge here in this reading, I do feel as well. So some of you might be learning different ways to scry, or a new healing modality, an energy workshop. I'm not sure what it is. It could be astrology, it could be tarot. I will eventually launch my tarot course and hopefully be working with some of you as well. I do want to do that in person first though. I've just got to find the time. Yeah, alright, so I just split the cards as well, and I see the Wheel of Fortune. Underneath that is the Five of Pentacles. I'm also seeing the Hermit stick out there as well. The Moon and the Empress is there. This is all big major arcana energy, so it's there's a lot of change coming in for you. A lot of really good blessings after what has perhaps felt like an abandonment situation, left in the cold, something quite isolated or lonely is certainly changing for you. In the Oracle cards, you have the card Stag, which is shielding and wisdom, and also has the shadow side of insecure and untrusting. You may resonate with either of those messages there, with the shielding wisdom or insecure or untrusting. I feel like for some of you it might be a bit of both, where you might be a little insecure and untrusting of new situations or the path ahead or new people, but you need to trust that you already have everything you need inside of you to navigate these things, these people. That's like what is coming up in this reading as well. Like, you can just relax and trust yourself and take it easy. Like, there's a bit of a put your feet up message here, but not at the same time. Like, there's work to be done, that's very clear, so get to it, I guess. But there's also like, you can just let the way be eased. And the Stag is such a leadership energy, and I do feel for some of you this is a Stag that's actually interested in you. That may not resonate with everyone, but I do feel here that there's like somebody who thinks you are quite amazing, that's maybe been watching you, or you may already know. This could be a new person in your world, it could be already your partner, but there's someone here who it's kind of all about you, but they've got their own thing. They are a leader themselves. So I do feel for a few of you, this is another person, the Stag energy. We also have the Turkey spirit here as well. Give with gratitude and grace. We know turkey's often related to the Thanksgiving celebration, about gratitude and giving thanks for all of the blessings and the abundance that you have in your life. And turkey for many is also one of silly laughter and having a good time, being funny and having fun, being a bit of a turkey, like, stop being a turkey, mate. This is a bit Aussie, but yeah, it's definitely a card of giving with gratitude. You have a lot of abundance in this energy as well. So if there's an opportunity for you to donate your time or help somebody out, do a random act of kindness or volunteer or something like this, then you are encouraged to do that, because you do have enough to give. Or if you do, sorry, I think I'm going to sneeze. Yeah. Okay. I swear it's not catching on, okay? I'm not getting sick. What I also got with this, because the next card out was Moonlight with Enchanted, I do feel like there's actually something very sacred, a sacred offering happening here. And this could be from the Stag to you, something very sacred unfolding, but it could also be something that you have to offer the world. It is a very enchanted path. It is very blessed and sacred, and it's something that you really do need to trust and move through this doorway, because there's actually a lot of magic and blessings. Oh, it seems to just come on now that I said it's not coming on. I refuse. I want to have a little look at Enchanted, if there's anything here for us, if I can find it. There it is, Enchanted. So it says here to smile more, to trust the process, to get in touch with your inner child, believe it and achieve it, and expect good things. There's something magical and enchanted about the moonlight. Whatever it touches turns to beautiful creamy silver. Something is doing this in your life now, or it is about to. Life is all about cycles, as in astrology and moonology. Right now, you're about to move into a more enchanted time, or a cycle in your life if you believe. Whatever you're wishing for can come true, because you're starting to believe again. Perhaps after a rough time, this card reminds you to focus on the good while you process the difficult. If you can't yet feel the magic in your life, take support from daily practice of just breathing out, with the intention that breathing out stresses through cleansing breaths. It might be dark now, but there is moonlight at the end of the tunnel, so keep faith and see the world through kind eyes. If you affirm that something is too good to be true, you might make it so. Instead, believe that life can be that magical for you, because it can be. I like that. It really actually resonates quite deeply with the other cards we've seen here of like this sadness and insecurity and untrusting. But you know, you actually do need to believe with a grateful heart that there's something quite magical unfolding in a situation for you that is just beginning. It is really, really nice. And as I do also feel for a lot of you, that's probably why you need to change your tune here. We got that change your tune card. Change the way you're seeing the situation, because it's actually not too good to be true. It is there for you. It is the right thing. It is blessed. There's no rush. Allow yourself to organically come into this situation. And we've got the card here with new moon in Capricorn, step up and lead. I love that for you. A fresh beginning again here. It's time for you to really step into this new beginning. There's no rush again. Capricorn energy is not fast energy. But it is something that builds over a long period of time. So this thing that you're building is likely to last the test of time. There is a long way to go still. Take a cup of tea when you can. And we saw the card already, sweet treats. You'll know what that means for you. And then we have connect with the earth, a beautiful walk in nature, maybe something really beneficial for you at the moment. Even if it's cold, she's got a scarf on, she's rugged up. Just getting that time in nature would be so beautiful, especially as seasonal changes come about. It's nice to go and enjoy the seasonal changes in our local forest or wherever we go. And then the last card you have here is the Sacred Destiny Oracle, Miracles. So another card with the rainbows here that represent that, you know, the storm has perhaps passed and there's a really beautiful abounding miracles coming in for you. And it says here, the storms of the past are passing and your dreams are coming true. No matter what has happened in the past, your future holds abounding miracles. Good fortune, celestial beauty, and the inner divinity are expanding within you. Believe that your life is guided. Trust in the goodness of the universe. A celestial bridge to the heavens is opening for you. So start a health program, invest in your career, or initiate a relationship, or all three. And good fortune will manifest. Blessings are flowing in all directions. Believe that you deserve the best, because you do. Bounty, joy, blessings, and miracles are flowing your way. I love that for you. I love it. It's a perfect message. I feel like it's definitely a beautiful shift happening here for group ones. So that is what I have for you, group one, in this reading. I hope that it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. If you'd like a private reading, I think I need to open up July soon. I'm not sure if there's any June spots left, but there probably isn't at this stage, because we also have my father coming to visit us for a little while. So we'll take a little bit of time off for that. That'd be nice. But yeah, otherwise I'll see you in the next weekly reading. Group 1, take care. Hey Group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the Messy Alien, then this one is for you. Except this time when Jackson chose this one, if you're new to the channel, it is my son that chooses the crystals to begin the readings. And he chose this one. It's a little creation from his class. And he accidentally called it Noisy Alien this time. I'm like, don't you mean Messy Alien? And he said, oh yeah, Messy Alien. But Noisy Alien must be a message for some of you as well. Maybe that's been a little bit noisy right now. Other people's opinions, just a bit too much going on around you. Could be the case. You're just needing a little bit of solace, a little bit of quiet. That might be needed. That's okay if it is. Honor that need. Create a little bit of space between you and yourself and others to get what it is that you need to focus or to relax your central nervous system or whatever it is you're needing. But yeah, messy alien. Maybe you feel like a little bit of a messy alien in this life or at this time. There is actually a googly eye missing. It did have 3 eyes. But I don't know what happened to it. So yeah, group 2, let's jump straight in. Some of the energies in your reading are Libra and Gemini, Leo and Sagittarius are here. Yes. I don't know why I always want to say Sagittarius has entered the chat. I don't know what it is about them. I love Saggies. Anyway, we've got a lot of water sign energy here as well, Cancer, Pisces and Scorpio, but we'll just jump in with the past energy as always. Group 2, nearly said group 1 then, maybe you were drawn to group 1 as well, but maybe you've come from group 1. Your first card here is the 2 of Wands. And so somebody may have the travel bug, quite literally here with the globe and the combi van. Maybe you're wanting to go traveling and see the world a little bit. This is the past energy. For a lot of you, though, it doesn't have to be about traveling, although it can be. Maybe travel somewhere has inspired you. I see 222 just at the top there. But this person has reached a crossroads, and the old wand here doesn't have anything around them to sustain them on this old path. So it really does show that there's more adventures for you. You've realized that if you want to have new adventures, you've got to have to take a different direction. You've already made this decision in the past. You've made the change. You've taken a new path. And then along that path, we have the 4 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles. So in order for you to achieve your dreams, first of all, I'm seeing you needing to save some finances. For some people out there, the message is financial, and you've got some sort of goals and plans. Maybe it is travel, and you are needing to budget and organize your finances to make that dream work. For those that it's not about travel, what we can also see here, by all means, there's a message of finance here and saving your money, but it's also messages of sort of like blocking out any energies that want to come in the past. Maybe you've been a little bit closed in the heart space, or maybe you've needed a bit of time out and you've taken that time out so that you can fill your cup, or so that you can make sure there's more balance and fairness in your relationships. You may be needing some help here. It's interesting that the 6 of Pentacles, which is a sign or a card of charity, sits below the yin moon, accept help. So for some of you, you may be needing to admit that you need a little bit of help at the moment. This help can come from numerous sources, whether it's your friends, people within your community, or from your prayers and from your guides. There's a strong message always. Actually, I posted today on my Facebook page. If you follow over there, I post oracle cards from Alana Fairchild from time to time. And today I posted the card Faith in the Process, which talks about, well, of course, having faith in the process, but it mentions about sometimes your prayers can, or the help from spirit can be stronger than the help of 1,000 men, because it doesn't have the confines of the physical realm, and it can bend and shift time and space to create outcomes that we desire. So maybe there's a message there for you if you want to click over to my Facebook page, Tarot with Amber. You will see that I do post there as well. But here we have a lot of energy around you getting yourself organized for a future path or a future goal here. Maybe you're needing to be more careful with who you're giving your money to, or I'm getting like a subscription that you're not using anymore, so you might as well cancel it for someone. Getting on top of bills, but this is also not just finance, but your energy as well. So who you're giving your energy to. Maybe there's a need for a bit of no right now, so that you can be a bit more independent and focus on what's important to you. I feel like there's a beautiful connection around you here that wants to be fair and equal, and you might be a little untrusting or careful, wanting to be careful around that connection, but you can trust in your own authority. I'm feeling with that. You can trust in your own autonomy, and I think you've got what it takes to navigate this. You've learned a lesson from the past around that, around overgiving or sacrificing too much of yourself to receive love or to get what it is you feel you need. or want, but now you're realizing that you can actually honor yourself and still get what you need, but from a more authentic source, because you're being authentic and that's mirrored back to you. So there's a message there as well. In the current energy, we have the Queen of Cups, first of all, very soft and gentle, intuitive queen. This is a very healing person. You've got Gemini energy next with the Lovers. So the Gemini may be significant for you with this person, or it could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It doesn't have to be any though, really. This energy is talking about, I feel for you, a decision that you are needing to make. It could be that you've blocked your heart, and it could be about opening your heart back up. It could also be about following an intuitive nudge that you have to walk a certain path. This is a card not only about soulmates and lovers, they're definitely like a meeting of the mind here, the way the hair wraps around, and the macabre symbol right there at the forehead. Even like there's, even though this is the Gemini card, typically I feel like that's a bit of a Saggy symbol there, so there's definitely that adventurous spirit here between you and another. There's like a higher purpose to this connection or to this situation that you're involved in this week at this time. What else was I going to say? I was going to say something. I'm getting that a little bit because I'm like sort of coming down with something, but it's not taking hold because my immune system is robust, okay? It's not going to happen. I'm just, good affirmations. Okay, so I'm just noticing the singing bowl as well. So sound healing might be significant, or healing for you. Listening to frequencies, certain music frequencies would be really supportive. But yeah, your psychic practices, so like psychic development or anything to do with developing the clairs is very strong in this energy. But you're needing to make a commitment here, but I do feel, and it's to yourself, I would say. It could be to another as well, but I feel here this is a commitment to choosing what's right for you as you navigate the path ahead. At any given moment, stopping, checking in with how you feel, and then making your decision. I think that's what that can be about as well. Having a little patience with the process, making the time for self-love, and proceeding in, like we said before, like you've learned a lesson around this stuff in the past. So into the week ahead, we have the 9 of Swords, we have the 3 of Wands, we also have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. So there's some big finality ending energy in your week. And there may be, for some of you, there's a bit of angst about cycles ending and cycles beginning. We've even got actually the 10 of Wands on the bottom deck here as well. So you've got a lot of 10s, and 10s represent the end of a cycle, but also the beginning of a new cycle. And I feel when I look at the 10 of Wands, the 9 of Wands is under it, the 8 of Wands. This is like a natural progression, this situation. It seems to, like, maybe this is the past, or maybe it's how you're feeling now, where like things just keep getting added to your load of work, or your, you know, what it is you carry. There's another wand every day, another thing. So you may feel like your independence has been challenged and you're having to take on more than you feel you can right now. That's not for everyone, but you will know if it's for you. Now with the 9 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, I feel like this is somebody who wants to sleep more than they're getting the chance to sleep. For a lot of you, like maybe your alarm's going off and you didn't go to bed early enough, so you're like, oh no, I don't want to face the day so tired again. Some of you are needing more sleep, or to just to get more rest earlier in the evening or something like that. The 3 of Wands, the 10 of Cups. See, with this 10 of Cups and the 10 of Swords, what I'm getting for a lot of you is that this is two different things, and it's like you know that really good things are on the horizon for you, but you're also still dealing with maybe just releasing the old path. I mean, the 2 of Wands was the first card out, so there's a big change going on for you. You're likely stepping onto a whole new path, and there might be a bit of anxiety around that, what it's going to look like, or you know, how long it's going to take to unfold, how much you're yet to do. Like, I feel like this can be about a lot of different things in your life. Like some of you might be studying and there's so many modules to complete still, or study to do. For some of you might be launching your own business, and while it's really exciting, you've got to show up every day and keep at it. You can't give up on this process, that type of thing. For some of you, this is literally about family and having a big change in these dynamics where one thing has ended and you do look forward to having this, this rainbow situation where there is a bit of a happy ever after. Typically the 10 of Cups can be the happy ever after card, but you also are facing one thing that must end at the same time. So some of you, they are simultaneous but different journeys. I do feel like it's a bit of a mixed bag for a lot of you. So one will be about this, one bit will be about that. But for some of you, it could also mean that you're having to step back from something you invested a lot of your love into, just to check in with yourself and see what's required for any shifts that are needed if a relationship is not very healthy for you right now. You may need to just sort of step back, wait and see. There could be children involved. That children could be a big part of why you hold on or why you still need to be engaged. It could be an ex-partner that you have children with. For some of you with the rainbow and the two women, some of you might have fear about coming out about being in a same-sex relationship or anything like that, with the 9 of Swords being there. Maybe you're waiting to see how it will be accepted by your family. Everyone comes from different cultures where these things are accepted or less accepted in different places. So that's just a very specific message for somebody. But I do feel like there's a lot of happiness, whether it is in that relationship or if it's for other people connecting to this card for a different meaning. There's a lot of happiness on the horizon here. But there's also something that's like yet to come. It's like not here yet in a way. Something about this is not here yet. Maybe you're waiting for something to land or something to sort of integrate. But anyway, let's jump over to your challenge right now. Is the 5 of Swords. And I'm getting like a bit of negative crow here in his ear. So be mindful of what you're listening to, even your own negative thoughts around a situation, because there's really, with the 5 of Swords, it is typically a hollow victory card, or feeling like you've been, maybe something's a bit underhanded, or there's been a need to leave some sort of petty battle, or you may be dealing with petty people or petty battles or mind games, or just like a bit of a headache with having to deal with this personal situation. There's definitely a headache energy there. He's like, oh, I don't know, this isn't so great. What will help with the challenge though? 2 major arcanas. We've got Leo and Saggy energy here with the Temperance and the Strength card. What will help with the challenge is for you to just find peace, healing, balance, and have the strength to overcome the situation, to maybe have the strength to let go, to let go and start something new entirely might be what's really difficult right now. Maybe the past plays on your mind a little bit, and it's hard to really fully embrace a new beginning when you feel still so connected to the past, or even if you don't want to, you may feel like it still has a hold on you, and it's like maybe you're in the death throes of this cycle. Maybe it's just something that comes and goes, but you can trust that you are headed to quite a beautiful horizon. We've got the 2 of Wands, and then later we've got the 3 of Wands. So you've already made the change, and now it's just sort of a matter of time to watch it unfold. There's no rush here. What you don't see coming is quite exciting. You have the Knight of Cups here. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Cups. So what you don't see coming is a beautiful offer. Somebody who is perhaps very interested in you romantically. It does not have to be romantic for everyone, but this person, there's no mistaking his bunch of red roses. He's got a love letter. He's prepared a picnic. You know, he's got his heart on his sleeve, quite literally, with his tattoo. He's got winged little shoes. So this sort of person is quite romantic and dreamy, for those that this is a romantic situation. well, you may not see it coming, so it is in that area. Maybe you're not aware of this person yet. Maybe they're yet to come for you. Maybe that's what's on the horizon for you. Maybe that's why you're needing to go through a release and an emotional clearing and a healing. For some of you, you might need to see a practitioner to help you with moving some of that stagnant emotional energy. But yeah, here what we don't see coming is a beautiful offer that is going to be very fun, light-hearted. There's a lot of friendship and joy. Like, I feel quite happy holding these cards. Like, it's exciting, but it's not overwhelming. It's nice. It's grounded with the Ace of Pentacles. There's a lot of love and a connection at the heart space here. There's a lot of opportunity for growth with these beautiful roots. It's something that is worth nurturing. When it comes along, you're encouraged to nurture it. Even if it's not like, you know, the happy ever after. We do see the Ten of Cups with the happy ever after there, though. But even if it's not, it's still a learning experience. Everything's a learning experience. So that's part of why there's maybe a healthy detachment here, or something very grounded about it. It's like very open to letting it become what it needs to become without forcing or imposing your expectations onto this situation. It will bring a lot of change for you. It'll bring a renewal in the heart space. It does feel very, very nice. Very nice. Now you've got another ace. In the outcome, we've got the Ace of Swords. We also have the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So a lot of you are really digging deep into your own mind space right now, to learn something new potentially, or to share your ideas with the world or with people who are closer to you. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles is hard work cards. They are devoted to mastering something. Some of you might be students or building a business. I think we may have already touched on that. Definitely coming back to there's a need for healing here for you, and to book in with a practitioner if you felt that called, and allow that to be confirmation to make that booking with that person. Or you can do these things for yourself as well, maybe doing a little bit of research to get that. But anyway, back here we have the Eight of Pentacles, and see the cycles of the moon in this card as well. So it's definitely, with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like something that's going to take some time, but it's worth your full and complete devoted attention here, because you are growing something quite special. There's a lot of talk about energy healing here as well. Like, we see it in this. I see this as a bit of a Reiki energy. Maybe some of you are needing to book Reiki, or maybe you're Reiki practitioners and you're needing to advertise your services to show people what you can offer them, or create a workspace for that to be facilitated in. But you've definitely got some really strong, devoted, practical energy in your outcome, where you are seeing some results with the Eight of Pentacles, because the Eight of Pentacles is somebody who needs to focus and not be distracted by what other people are up to, or not be pulled off their path. This is a very focused energy as well, very invested, all their time, finance, or whatever it is, needing to see the mastery happen. But with the Eight of Pentacles, you get to see a bit of the results. Maybe you're earning an income from something you've been doing or working on, or you're just seeing how your skills are actually getting better from all of the hard work. You're really getting to show yourself and see that in the outcome here. So I feel as well for those that this is about relationship, and where you've learned lessons in the past of not overgiving or sacrificing too much of yourself. I think when the outcome is showing here is that you've actually really mastered this cycle of self-love and grounding in the way you approach relationships and new situations, and keeping a nice healthy balance with the Strength and the Temperance card. That's where you see the mastery. It could be within yourself and the results that you get from these relationships because of the way you approach them, and there's a healthy sense of detachment here and a strong sense of independence. So we'll go to that now with the Leafy Sea Dragon, prosperous and independent. The shadow element of this card is lost and vulnerable. You may resonate with either of those. It's interesting, the next card is Cat Spirit with Claim Your Independence. So I really do feel the independent and prosperous message of the card is the strongest here. And when I look at both of these, they've both got wings. Like this cat has wings, the Leafy Sea Dragon has wings. So it really shows that you can chart your own course, you can fly in your own direction. You are about to take off potentially. For some of you, maybe, about to take off with something. There's something that's about to take flight. The prosperous independence of the leafy sea dragon. I think you can really, really trust that if, with all of your focus here, especially these cards as well, you are going to see it pay off. I think that's what this card is all about with the independence and prosperity. It's like really just keep focusing. You may not see how it's going to work out, but you just need to keep showing up, because it will get you where you want to go. You are, like, I'm getting quite king energy from this card right now. So I'm seeing the King of Pentacles. It's a very prosperous king, somebody who's built their business, their life, their situation through a lot of careful devotion and just natural mastery, showing up. It's all of this energy here. We have the cat spirit, claim your independence, or might have a squiz if there's something. When cat spirit meows, she's calling you to claim your independence and allow for some space between you and others in your life. The only way you can grow in all of your relationships now is to have a healthy sense of self-respect and self-worth. When you walk with dignity, knowing who you are, self-aware and willing to grow, trusting the value you bring, the world will mirror all of this back to you in kind. When you say no to codependency and enmeshment, live and let live, practice taking risks as you wander into new territory for you, cat spirit rejoices. She is here to urge you to let your independent spirit roam free. I really like that, because it really has come through quite strong in this reading here as well, in the way that you choose to honor yourself on these paths. I'll read the protection message if you feel that at this time you're needing a bit of, actually, yes, definitely, because there's a protection card here as well. So we will read the protection message. This may be a time you are facing unpredictable situations. Are you hesitant to take a risk, too cautious to jump into something new because you fear you can't trust yourself? Cat Spirit is saying go for it, because you will land on your feet. If nothing seems to be going according to plan, there is no reason to worry. Cat Spirit loves to mix it up, and these seeming upsets will actually bring you some wondrous and unexpected opportunities. Get ready to pounce, as you may be called to jump into something new at a moment's notice. At this time, your instincts are keen and your intuition is sharp. Remember, even temporary failure can lead to spectacular success, so embrace the adventure. You are sure-footed and can trust yourself. I love that. Good thing we read that. Let's go over to the protection message now as well from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. And one of the most potent signs on the sacred landscape is the ancient oak. It carries numerous meanings. You are protected. You can weather anything. Your roots go deep. You are brave and you can survive anything. Stand strong. You carry the energy of a leader and you have great authority in your life. Great wisdom is expanding within you and others can sense this. This card can also mean to protect your assets or take care to guard and protect your home, your loved ones and yourself. If you are, it does sit sort of below this Nine of Swords and the Three of Wands, so you may have some fears over something coming your way in the future that's not going to be good for you. You may be worried about that, but I think you can trust that you are protected and that things are safe in that area. And even if something does come up, you have what it takes to make sure that everything is safe. Yep, bases are covered. So we have the card Moon Cycles with Patience, and well, the outcome has the Seven of Pentacles, and we've got the Three of Wands in your reading. So it's definitely a time called for patience, and Temperance is there as well. That's another card of patience. So you're definitely needing to just let things unfold and not rush into anything. We have the card Last Quarter Moon in Libra, make time for self-love. You're definitely needing to care for yourself and make the time for that. Even if you are the Ten of Wands and extremely tired and extremely busy, make time to run that salt bath or make that cup of tea, sit in the garden, take that walk in nature. Do some of these self-care prompts that I'm going to show you now. Make the time for a beauty ritual. taking care of yourself and feeling extra special. Making the time for a health checkup, whether that be with an energy practitioner, you've got energy work, or a more modern medicine practitioner of any kind. A dietitian, I'm getting a few different ones here, naturopath. The energy work here though, this can obviously be from a Reiki healer to kinesiologist, whatever you feel drawn to see, pranic healing, or doing energy work on yourself, meditation. Make the time for self-love may mean making time to do a meditation, maybe a chakra meditation. And we have, connect with crystals. So definitely, I saw that in the necklace here with the crystals. So do you feel like a lot of you are connecting to a more open-minded practitioner, especially even modern science, but connecting with crystals yourself as well? And I was going to see, like, oh, maybe you can connect with this crystal, but I don't know if everyone's got a messy alien crystal. You could make one. That would be fun. Get some googly eyes, a bit of paint, and a nice rock. Away you go. Okay, group 2, that is what I have for you in this reading. I hope that it has given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance in this situation. If you'd like a private reading with me, I'm going to be opening up July soon. I'm not sure if there's any June spots. You can take a look, but probably not. I will open July and make an announcement when I have. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye. Hey, group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the little agate slate with the little tumbles on there that have eyes. So those that are new here, it's my son that chooses the items for the readings or the crystals, and then we build the reading off of that. And today, or last night, when he chose this particular item, he said that it was a mean family. I'm trying to remember his words all morning. I think it was like a mean family or a not very nice family. So it may be that you're dealing with family, maybe someone or a bunch of them are being mean. That could be a message for you, or it could also just have to do with, that may have nothing to do with it for some of you, which could just be to do with groups of people, your community, your workplace, family, you know, relationships of all kinds, commingling, that sort of stuff. So yeah, group 3, did I say 2? I meant 3 if I did, sorry. Group 3, what I can see in your reading first in the signs, we have Leo, Virgo, Scorpio and Capricorn here. So those air signs might be important to you, but not necessarily, it doesn't have to be, it could be someone you're dealing with. Anyway, let's jump into the past energy for our group 3. So first we have got the 10 of Wands. So with this 10 of Wands, I actually did feel when it first came out like a little bit of anger as well. So for some of you, you might be feeling a bit of resentment towards somebody, or just feeling like, it doesn't have to be anger, but you could be feeling a lot of pressure at them in the recent past around all the responsibilities. See, look, with this particular thing that stands out to me is she's using her phone light to find where the key goes to get in the door with all the bags, and somebody hasn't even put on the porch light for them. So it makes me feel like in the past you may have felt like you've done all the give, there's been no take for you, people haven't been considerate of what your needs might be, maybe you've been trampled on a fair bit, or maybe you feel like you've been taken advantage of, or just not considered in normal situations where, you know, someone could have left the light on for them to make it a little easier at least. It could also be that maybe you're a single parent and you're working full time, and maybe you're a student as well, or there's so much on your plate. There's a lot of responsibility in the recent past here with the 10 of Wands. Could also be dealing with burdensome family, or, you know, whatever the situation might be. We have the Queen of Cups next. She's being comforted by her partner or friend here. Looks like a partner. And she's, quite upset. She's got a letter in her hand. So maybe you've received news that's been very painful in the recent past here. Or maybe you've got someone who is there for you. Maybe you find it hard to let them in. You could be someone who's really independent, or somebody wants to be there for you. That could be the case too. Now with the Page of Pentacles next, I'm seeing the little gnomes being little helpers here. Some of you might work online, or maybe you've met someone online, but you've got there's this collaboration in the works for you. This could be something that's just come into your mind, or idea that maybe hasn't taken off yet. It's interesting that I saw that, and then the Three of Pentacles came out next with more of these little helpers, and it's a card of collaboration. So it really emphasized that message that if you have any ideas at the moment around the idea of collaborating with another artist or someone in your field, or even a new relationship as friends or more, then there's a lot of support around that, and it shows that your differences will be valuable to each other, and valuable to the common goal that you have together. You both have something unique, or when I didn't mean to say both, maybe there's more than two people, but there is a lot of unique energy in amongst some collaborations you've been thinking about. Now, some of you may be also considering collaborations you have with, say, Mean Family, or whatever that crystal means for you, with all the little characters together. They're sort of like, I'm almost getting like they haven't got mouths, so I'm really noticing they're all like waiting and looking for what's that one going to say or do or think, like what's going to happen next. Everyone's sort of watching, no one's really making any moves. So that could be it too, sort of a watch and wait energy could be going on for you at the moment. So there's definitely a new opportunity in amongst your current energy, moving into the week ahead, an opportunity for collaboration and teamwork. She gets a little bit messy with the paint here, but she's pretty impressed with the outcome by the looks of it, so it's worth getting your fingers dirty for. We have your face dirty by the looks of it. She's got paint all over her. We have the Five of Swords next, and then we have the Page of Cups. So there are some situations going on for you at the moment that maybe got you a little bit reflective of the past, or thinking reflective of yourself, or maybe some behaviors, some feelings you might have there here. So I do get a change up in your social circle. For some of you, you might be walking away from certain friendships, or reflecting on relationships you've walked away from in the recent past, or maybe even distant past. Like there's a lot of reflection around relationships, and the people that you feel compassion from versus the people that sort of maybe just to take what they can get from you, or sort of leave you feeling confused and uncertain, and maybe even people that play mind games with you. Competitive behaviors, we've got a podium here, so you may also be reflective of your own competitive nature when joining groups and wanting to sort of, maybe that competitive streak has been helpful in some areas, but then it may have also been a bit of a hindrance in some areas. So you might be wanting to be a bit more humble and sort of less competitive. That could be the case for you too. So we have got beautiful conversation with someone here. I kept that twice now in this reading. And again over there, like you've got a good friend or something, or you've got someone who's like, you'll know if the person I'm talking about is not someone who's ever really had any ill intent towards you. They have your best interest at heart. So if you might be considering numerous relationships throughout that reading, and so you're going to have to fit which one I'm talking about at any given time. But because I do see, especially with the group there, you've got a few people to deal with. You've even got the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck here. So might be someone who's romantically interested in you. It'll be different for everyone because the Eight of Cups is underneath. Maybe that's someone you're trying to walk away from. Or maybe you're trying to let go of the barriers that block you from embracing new love. But yeah, there's a heart-to-heart conversation to be had this week. And then there's also a bit of alone time. You see that with the Hermit, but also the Fool. She's sort of gone off on her own journey. This is a travel card at times, or taking a leap into a new place or a direction you haven't been before. You are needing that downtime though, because it actually sits below the alone time card. So she's having a bath so maybe if you're in a warm place, you can have this type of bath. Maybe if you're in a cold place, you can have this type of bath, or maybe you're lucky enough to have both types of bath in your day. But some soak in water or some relaxation time is very much needed right now. And also exploring your creative talents, like the Page of Cups and the Three of Pentacles is all about creativity and artistry. You might be learning a course online that helps you get more creative here. There's definitely some things to do with different mediums that you're dabbling in. and getting information from. There's no need to compare yourself to anything or anyone. Maybe you compare yourself to you in the past. You can do that potentially. Maybe that's good for you, but there's a real message here of not being, of dropping any comparisons or competitive behaviors that are, you know, blocking the fun and the flow of your project or what you're trying to achieve. So yeah, I think there's a real like deep desire for this alone time as well. Like you might be really wanting to just push everyone away a little bit and just get in and relax, get in touch with yourself. In the end of the week, you have got the Ten of Swords and the Five of Wands, and look at you outgrowing. This is the Ten of Swords, which is the end of a relationship or situation. It is usually the death of something or someone. It can be literal death or it can be you know, metaphorical, but here we have the Phoenix rising. So this card is more emphasizing the growth you get from leaving situations behind, maybe really sticky conflict. It's no surprise that that came out after this being chosen, because that is like someone's being a little bit, you know, there's the fingers up here in this card. So you can see here that they've got a bit of an argument going on, and it's what's circled on the calendar is the 21st of June. So at the time of this release, it's a very close date. The 21st of June, something might be happening for you with regards to family or conflict, but it looks like you're just outgrowing this situation anyway. It's sort of like a higher perspective with the Phoenix there, and I've also got giraffe energy in your reading, which is always like looking from above. So yeah, there's a real calling for you to go through a big transformation here, like a shift or a change that honors yourself. And yeah, putting down some of these burdens and responsibilities, doing something that's meaningful for you. Now in the challenge and what will help with the challenge, we have the Knight of Wands and then the Queen of Wands. So this is a real growing up energy too. The challenge is maybe this underdeveloped wand energy, and what will help with it is the Queen of this more developed wand energy. So I feel like this is not only about your impulses, but also like your drive and where you give your attention to. I feel here for some of you this could definitely be another person, and your friend is like protecting yourself from going back to an old flame, or like don't go back and burn yourself again. You already know the old story of that situation. That could be something that plays on your mind. Maybe you're thinking about returning to a situation that will hurt you. Maybe it's time for you to grow up or level up in some way. There's a lot of awareness in the Queen of Wands. She's somebody who's quite grounded, considering how much awareness she has and how much vision she has. So someone who can be in control of their impulses or their passions and desires. There might be someone just doing some shady stuff around you, and you already know about that. It's not going to be news to you. Someone that's like, they think they're so clever. They think they can get away with something, but don't even worry about it, is what I'm feeling when I look at that. I think you already know anyway, so they don't know that you know, maybe, is the case here for some of you. Like, yeah. Someone might be trying to get you back. And that could mean a few different things. I just heard it as I said it. Like, it could be trying to get you back, as in get back with you, or going to get them, you know, get you back for that type of thing. Maybe you're tempted to get someone back, and if that's the case, you know, level up out of that sort of that vibration. It's lift your vibration past that desire to sort of get revenge, if that was a message for someone there. You're better off just getting a bit of downtime and reflecting on what's going on in this situation. Remove yourself from the BS and the mental stuffery, you know the word. In what you don't see coming, a lot of cards came out, which is really interesting. So what you don't see coming first was some news, some information, the Eight of Wands, also energy and things moving forward in a situation. Then you have the Knight of Swords as well. So there could be a hasty message coming in for some of you, somebody who's like maybe didn't think very clearly first. This could also be your behavior. You don't see it coming, but you might like act out of an impulse and send someone a message, or you know, go to write that message a few times. She's screwed up the paper a few times here, and the vanilla sort of makes me think like keep it simple as much as you can. If you are writing a letter, like just stay to the facts, try not to be too emotionally driven if that is for you. But I do feel for most of you this is a message coming in towards you and you don't see it coming. Who is the message from? We have the Two of Cups. So for some of you this is a we have the Devil, Death, let's get it all up, the Three of Swords and the World. So for some of you it's going to be an ex-partner who wants to be back with you or wants some sort of connection with you. They may not even be an ex. There's somebody who wants to promise you that they've changed, with the Devil there and the Death card, the Three of Swords, the World. I do feel like this person is not everyone's going to resonate with that exact message, but for some of you it is an ex that is missing you and wants to pretend they've changed. Or it may not even be an ex. It could be somebody else in your life that says, you know, they've changed, they've missed your friendship, they want you back around, or they want to be back around you. For others of you, this could be a new person who is, you'll know, you already get the gist of this person. If there's things that don't add up, then, you know, you'll listen to that, trust that. With the Queen of Wands, listen to your friends as well. They'll protect you from burning yourself. Oh, throwing it. They'll protect you from burning yourself, right? Don't go too close to the flames. But there's also a message here of someone who, like, I feel like for some of this could be a healthy situation where they have been through a lot of the same things that you have, and they want to maybe make things work with you, or they want to, like, we've got the collaboration card, the Two of Cups, we can't ignore that. So maybe for some of you this is a person who's leveled up and grown up from a lot of the similar challenges that you've had in life, and you may not see it coming, but there's someone coming in who's like that, who's been through a lot of the same things as you. So it's an interesting one. They all came out. I couldn't not take them all. For some of you, what you don't see coming is the for sale of a home. You're moving. Somebody might be, maybe you rent and the owners want to sell and you will be moving to a new place. Maybe you will be buying. We've got buy now here. We've got a moving truck. We've got a for sale sign. So there's very clear message for some of you that you don't see coming is a move on the horizon. You may have to stay in a motel before you can move into your place or something like that. I'm seeing the motel sign there. It never really stuck out to me before. There could be a lot of stress around making a move, or like financially being able to afford a move. That could also be the message here as well. Like maybe the news coming in is the fact that you've got to move and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? How am I going to manage this? Maybe you're a single person, single income. Maybe that makes it harder. I do see a lot of growth in amongst all this like really tense moment though. So it's going to be fine. The outcome shows that it's going to be fine. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. So the outcome shows a lot of long-term success and stability through mastery and liberation. So the Seven of Wands is about protecting yourself, defending yourself. See, she's like looking at the stats. She sees there's a climb here. She's sticking to it. She's like, you know, I think this is someone who believes in what they're doing. I think you believe in what you're doing. I think when I get this as someone who works for themselves for some reason just now when I'm looking at it, like believing in your own business or your own capacity or capabilities. The Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, there's a lot of financial growth here, but it comes from a bit of struggle and challenge though. Maybe you've come from that already, or maybe that's what this is all about. Like this challenge you go through brings you more financial abundance or self-mastery in some way that is long term for you. It's something that, like, this is, I'm seeing character building sort of situations here. You've got a very nice happy family situation, considering Jackson's message of the mean family in that crystal today. But they're all having, like, this is quite a peaceful coexistence. Everyone's got a smile on their dial. Everyone's happy to be in each other's presence and company. I think maybe this is something worth working towards. If that's not something you have, then you can trust that standing to your own values and morals will get you to that place, if that's what's needed as well. It's interesting reading this one. I feel like I'm missing something. There's the High Priestess there. Oh yeah, thanks tarot. Am I missing something here? I'll go to the oracles in a moment. The missing something's the Two of Swords. Of course, it's a card of being blindfolded, just like the High Priestess. Okay, all right. There's the High Priestess on the bottom as well. Look, trusting your intuition. Things are definitely getting better. You are needing to overcome something here. There's a new beginning for you. You may not feel so certain about anything right now, or a certain thing, but let something unfold naturally. Having strength to move away from anything that's not good for you, because you are moving towards healing and your wish at fulfillment. Intuitively, you know that. There's new love there as well with the Ace of Cups. Three of Wands waiting for new love to come in. The Two of Swords and then the Page of Wands reversed. And from this, I feel like it's like, don't act too impulsively. Step back, have a nice clear plan about things. There is a need to trust your inner feelings when you see the Two of Swords, because it's a card of feeling a bit pulled between the head and the heart. Oh, what do I do? And with the Page of Wands reversed here, I feel like I kind of feel like this is you growing up from a situation, because upright you see she's been bitten by lizards, and it might be a good idea to learn from the past mistakes. And I feel like that's a big message in this reading here, is learning from the past mistakes and sort of investing in a new path that's brings better outcomes, because you know going a certain way will get you a certain outcome, right? So not going back to an unhealthy relationship, or, you know, letting yourself have the time you need to grow or heal from a situation as well. So we have from the animal messenger, animal oracle, we have elephant, but then from another animal oracle we have giraffe. So I just felt like for someone out there, Africa might be a very significant place for you. Maybe you're from Africa, but anyway, the elephant is about abundance, awakening. We also have the shadow element of persecution and bad luck. So awakening is interesting, because we had this, I saw, they really stuck out to me. Oh, it must have been in amongst here somewhere. Yeah, the star. Oh no, I don't know where I saw lotuses, and I'm like, oh, that feels like there's a lot of awakening happening in this situation. Like you are learning from the past mistakes. You even got the dark moon of the past here in your oracle cards. But this is definitely a very prosperous energy. Let's go to the book and see what we've got here for you. The spirit of the elephant is here to help you forge pathways into a higher reality that is deeply secure in the way that it has come forth to create solid foundations of being and existing as more. The energy here is one of profound connection and alignment that will continue in an upward spiral of growth in a way that is giving back what you put out in the truest form possible. All that you connect to at this time is likely to find positive communication pathways and flexible to continue moving around any issues that potentially arise, and in turn awaken a self-belief of can do no matter what comes forth. You've turned a corner here, so stay positive and authentic in all that you are and do. This is without a doubt a magnificent sign that the universe, with the help of the elephant, is going to see you achieving and connecting to all you are currently working towards. Now, the message of persecution and bad luck, you may feel stuck in a spiral or a cyclical destructive energy that can monotonize into ongoing bad luck and persecution. If you continue to walk a certain path, you will feel like you're walking into a herd of elephants impossible to face or overcome. Some of you may resonate with that message. It's going to take some effort to step back and realize how or why this situation got to this point. Recognize your lifestyle, all aspects of where and how you take time to find balance and alignment for your own needs and those that connect you to the higher forces of the universe. There is something blindsiding you and the path forward, and this stuck energy is closing you off to be able to even conceptualize what is next. The spirit of elephant encourages you to take the time for yourself. We've got the alone time, we've got the hermit. It's very supported for you to take some alone time. Connect with the elements and the wonders of the world around you. Turn destructive thoughts into beliefs around rewording the positive expressions, and in turn this will start to align you to a more abundant reality. Conscious awareness and personal growth is so important if you want to truly break free of this energy. Small steps of creating positive routines that can be maintained in the long term are essential for turning things around and stepping back into the flow of positive energy cycles. Yeah, and the elephant is a big, slow creature, but it's powerful. And each step is not something anyone else can get in the way of, is it? Nobody can stop an elephant from taking a big step forward, can they? I think there's a message in that for sure. And we have giraffe, and they also, they're quick if they run, but when they move, I just love it. There's big, long legs, backwards elbows and stuff. But see the bigger picture. This is about having an elevated view of your situation. The giraffes stretch upwards to reach the treetops and look down from a high vantage point. When giraffe spirit appears, it's a sign to observe from a higher view. In all aspects of your life, it's time to stretch your neck out and broaden your view. Open your eyes to what others need or are experiencing to see the bigger picture you fit into. No matter how great your wisdom, knowledge, or experience, you don't want to overlook details and connections that will help you better understand yourself and your circumstance. So stretch yourself, look beyond what catches your attention at eye level, and know that not everything is as obvious as you might like it to be. Spirit will bestow upon you a new perspective that might make all the difference. Yes. I like that. And so it's sort of making me connect to what you don't see coming for some reason, especially that connection that there's someone here who's been through a lot of the same things you have, and there's maybe you needing to give that a chance. So we have the card Take a Breath, which I think goes quite well with the alone time and the beautiful hermit having a bath. You're needing to take a bit of a breather in your situation. Maybe having a dance move some of that energy that might be stuck or stagnant. Dancing is a great way to move that energy around and release. Have a breath in the same deck as the past as well. So there could be something coming up around your past or dealing with people from the past, family and such, and it's needed that you're just to have a breath right now, take a break from all of this. We have the card Courage from Sacred Destiny, and it says to step forward, throw your shoulders back and stand up for yourself with passion. Speak up for those less fortunate, be impeccable in all of your actions. This isn't a time to be timid or pull back. Don't be limited by the beliefs of others. Use your passion to make a difference. Courage doesn't mean that you aren't afraid. Fearless means fear less. Acknowledge your fear and take action anyway. Make a stand. You are strong and powerful and have great valor within you. It just makes me think of this elephant as well. Who's going to stop the elephant from taking a step? So have that courage, because no one's going to get in your way. It'll be a bit scary if they did. And then we have some self-care prompts as well, we've already seen a few times. Some alone time would be really beneficial for you. Some time to just create a bit of art. We've got art here quite a lot. A lot of you are artists for sure. Making music, some of your art might come through being a musician or just listening to music while you're doing art. And then we've got building strength, so hitting the gym or doing some strength exercises, whatever they may be. Maybe it's also to do with recovery of an injury or something, building strength in your body again after an injury, or strength. The third eye is quite strong here too, and what I'm getting from that is the more you keep your body and structure strong, the clearer your messages will be as well. And yeah, you'll be able to understand what's coming through to you a lot easier. So group 3, that is what I have for you in this reading. I hope it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance. If you're after a private reading, I will be opening up July spots soon. I'm not sure if there's any June left, but July will open soon. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 3.